So welcome back to some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Last time we started heading up towards the Elite Four after defeating Volkner, and you're probably wondering why in the hell we're back at Jubilife. Well, I kept saying over and over and over again in the Let's Play that I keep forgetting to go back to the cave between here and Oreburg Mine, Oreburg, to get Brick Break, and well, I have yet to do that, so we're doing that now. I'm also going to go return to the route in the first snowy route so we can go and grab a free Ice Beam TM. Not that we need it, but I figured to actually show it. And I guess to start on some random topics, this is the first recording session I'm using my actual boom arm mic for and my pop filter, so hopefully the pops and blips and the squeeps and the blips, whoever gets that reference, do not show up anymore. At least as long as this is an actual good pop filter. Even though pop filters are very cheap. Like, seriously, you can get a windscreen for like $5. Like, seriously, it's really cheap. And that's if you're going into some reputable place like a Guitar Center or something. And for those who are interested and want to, I guess, copy my setup, the mic arm that I chose was a Rode PSA 1. And yes, it does fit onto a HyperX Quadcast S. It's just kind of scuffed at the beginning, but it does fit pretty perfectly. And I don't know. I love the arm simply because of the thoughtfulness of it. Is a very thoughtful piece of, I guess, not hardware, but you know what I mean. It's very thoughtful because the way they packaged this and, well, I guess made the arm is, if you have a desk insert, so for those who don't know what that is, just a hole, random hole in your desk, you can use that insert to attach the mic from there, or if you don't, it lets you use a clamp, which I am using because I have a very old desk, so desk inserts were not a thing. I don't know, I just think that's very thoughtful because it's catering towards those who can't really either make an insert or have inserts to begin with. So, kudos to Rode for that, even though I am not sponsored by them. But yeah, man, I'm really happy about this setup now. I'm very happy about this setup because before, and I guess for those who don't know, when you first buy the mic I have, it comes with a little like stand, I guess you could say, like a little flat base that sits on, and you just tilt it up or down if you need to tilt it. My problem with it was I am a big person. Not obese, but just like, I'm tall. I'm not really tall. I'm 6 foot, but like, even tall enough to where my desk is low enough to where I have to hunch down to get to the mic. And you're probably saying, so why don't you just, I don't know, mount it somewhere? It's like, I don't have anywhere to mount it. That's why I waited to get a boom arm, or a mic arm, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's why I waited for so long just to get that, because then I actually have a way to move it around and all that. If you don't have a boom arm or a mic arm, whatever you want to call it, if you don't have those, for the love of God, get yourself one. Save up for one. They are so nice. I highly recommend it. Granted, this is the only one I've ever used so far, and I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon, simply because I don't think there's anywhere to upgrade from, but for now, like, this is really good. So, I guess on other random stuff, what was I gonna, oh yeah, I've been messing around a little bit in trying to figure out how the hell to record PC games, because I know there's a lot of people who are not that savvy when it comes to recording software, and granted, I was not one either until I started really looking into it. But for those who do not know that much in recording in audio software, I'm using a capture card for for every Let's Play I've done so far, specifically in HD 60s, courtesy of Dave, which shout out to Dave. So, and it's pretty easy to use. You just plug console HDMI into the end, and then plug that HDMI coming out of the capture card into the TV or whatever screen you're using, and then, you know, connect the power from that to the computer, laptop, whatever you're using, and pull up the program, and boom, you have an instant feedback that I'm literally using to play off of right now because of my recording setup. And but the thing with recording PC games is that, yeah, you can use a screen recorder, but that's very taxing on your computer. Like, seriously, it will annihilate it if it is not a, like, quote-unquote gaming PC. And, I mean, luckily mine is a gaming laptop. It's a, it's like a higher-end, like, it was like $2,000. I didn't buy it, but, an MSI laptop. So, it can handle doing that, but, if you're using OBS Studio, damn it! If you're using OBS Studio, definitely do not use a screen capture unless if you're just gonna record your desktop for whatever reason. For the love of God, use game capture. And there's probably a bunch of people wondering, so how the crap do I do that? It's like, all you gotta do is, actually, am I heading the right way? Oh wait, crap, I need to be heading through the Celestic side. Right. I'm stupid. Game capture automatically shows, at least as far as I know, when you pull up the game for the full, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. When you first pull up a game, so say if you're pulling up like Devil May Cry 5 on PC, and then you go into OBS Studio and try to find the game capture, it will identify that game as a source. So if those are if you're one of those people that are confused by that, then well, there you go. I've been just trying to figure out how I could use OBS because I guess spoiler alert, one of the next Let's Plays I'm doing is going to be from PC. I'm not gonna say what it is because well, that ruined the surprise, but I do plan to do some PC games, and along with that, PC is just generally better. I know we're getting into the whole console versus PC debate here, but when it comes to quality, PC's got it beat, and that's just because PC is very customizable with quality. Now, versatility, why am I going back here? Versatility and all that, you know, there's different arguments for that, and personally, you know, I was a console player for the longest time, and I mean, hell, I still am. I just play everything. And my excuse with that is just, with consoles, that's why I grew up playing. I never started on PC, so I never had a desire to swap to PC, because I never really knew of the advancements, I guess you could say, that PC has. Along with that, I mean, you know, like I said, I never really grew up on PC. So I did not really get, anytime I would play a PC game, I would get very confused of how everything moves and all the key bindings and stuff, because you take a console player and make them look at a keyboard and say, okay, now tell me which buttons do what, you will mind fuck them. Like, that is, and I know I dropped the F-bomb there, but damn it, it's funny. It's just insanity for console players, and you know, it was for me too. And even then, I don't use keyboard and mouse for every game I play, like, and it's for games that basically need a controller for example, Devil May Cry 5. I use a controller for that because, I don't know, man, the key bindings on that are so weird, and it's a character action game. You gotta use a controller for that. So games like that, or Persona 4 Golden, or basically any casual or fighting game I use a controller for, but everything else I mostly just use a keyboard and mouse for. Like Destiny 2, I think was like the first real game that I started using MNK for, and I love MNK for Destiny 2. At least as long as you change the bindings, because it's weird on Destiny because they bind your super button default to F, and then your if you're using Top Tree Dawnblade or anything that has a special, like, okay, are animations on? Like, why am I just not doing any animations? Maybe it's just so tiny that it won't do a waterfall effect on it. I'll have to check in a sec, but the entire time I was trying to figure out, you know, how to play Destiny 2 on PC, I would accidentally use my super because I was trying to Top Tree Dawnblade's gate, and there's gonna be a lot of people who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, but it's basically just a movement tech for warlocks in that game. But thinking in this day and age, it's mostly just have an eager edge sword and just fly. So I probably will never do a Let's Play on Destiny, considering why would I? It's an open world MMO. I mean, come on. But I don't know. I guess the gist of everything now is, okay, I really do think animations are off, and I don't know why. Well, at least the Graveler got killed by the hail. But I am very satisfied with everything that I have obtained from Christmas. Weird way of saying that. Let me check if animations are off. Why are they set to off? I didn't even grind off screen. Why would I? Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay. Before I started recording, I did mess around with the audio settings inside the game itself, and I might have accidentally swapped it off. I don't know. Who knows? It's probably just me being an idiot, as per usual, but here we are. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas. I know it's a little bit, it's been a little bit since that happened. I think this recording will probably be like in the first week or two of January. So I guess more Happy New Year more than anything, and hopefully things are starting to get back to normal. I don't know what in the hell that's gonna happen for me in the future, but it's over. Just gotta figure things out. I mean, by all means, I am graduating for my bachelor's in the spring, so this spring. So I guess I'm happy about that more than anything. Even though I'm not gonna be done with school just yet, I do plan to keep going with my career. Educational career, that's the right word. But yeah, I don't know. Christmas this year was pretty good, though. I will admit. I was along with the fact that I was able to get some Christmas gifts for some of my buddies, which is always nice to have, because I grew up with not a lot of friends, if any, and of those friends, none of them would ever give me gifts for, like, special occasions. Not that I'm complaining, but I'm just not used to having friends give me gifts for different occasions. I mean, so far Dave has consistently gotten me something for either birthday or or Christmas, which I very much appreciate, and you know, I did pay him back at some point, so. But you know, it's the festive of giving, not the constant give you this, I have to return the gift back and no. So, and besides, Dave's one of my best friends, so I guess again, shout out to Dave. Like, why is there so many items up here? I only came up here to get Ice Beam that I'm not even gonna use most likely, but whatever. I keep thinking I have to go into my Pokemon list to fly. That's how ingrained the old Pokemon games are for me, where I constantly think that I have to go into my team to go and fly somewhere. I digress. But yeah, I'm excited for the future though. At this point in time, well, at the time of this recording, I think it's like December 28th or 29th, so like a few days before New Year's. But I don't know, I've never been the one to do a New Year's resolution thing, simply just because I know I'm not gonna hold up to it, and two, I generally just don't care that much. Like, seriously. Like, you know, kudos to you people who do keep up with it and actually do make a change for the year that's coming, but I don't know, for me, I'm happy where I'm at. And holy crap, that's a giant Pokeball. I was about to reference that one weird chick in black and white with the bikini and Pokeballs, but we'll get to that at some point. Maybe whenever I do black and white, who knows. Which, that's the thing I am scared about with Pokemon at some point, is being able to do later games. Why did I do that? I could have, whatever. I don't know why I didn't just attack the Zoomer. Well, then again, both of them would have been... Actually, no, I could have crunched the Wingull, and then... They're gonna get one-shotted anyway. They're like baby Pokemon. I say that as it lives on half health. But I am scared of the future when it comes to Pokemon and Let's Plays, because... Not in general. Oh, Quagsire! Scared for me simply because the only way I would be able to do them is to emulate. And I've talked about this before, where I don't want to emulate, but I'm kind of at a point where I would have to if I'm going to do other games in this franchise. And that's just simply because it's stupid hard to go and get a capture card put onto your 3DS, let alone the trust that you would need to send off your 3DS for $200 and expect it back with a capture card put in. Like, one, it's expensive, and two, there's like barely any parts anymore because of, well, COVID. But also, like, the 3DSs are not being made anymore. At least they're not in production anymore. So, which sucks. Sucks for people like me, but then again, hopefully one day they'll make some anniversary thing where they'll put all the old DS games onto the Switch, and that'll be the way to Let's Play them. But who knows? All I want, man, is a Heart Gold and Soul Silver remake. Yes, I want a remake of a remake. Don't at me. Because, I mean, seriously, Heart Gold and Soul Silver were, like, the best. And can I just say, if you still own your copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver, or both, like me, consider yourself very lucky. Because, I follow a couple of local game stores in my area on Facebook, because they always post stuff like, we got this in stock now. And I've been on the hunt for the GBA Pokemon games. So far I've only have Sapphire and Emerald, but you know, I'm gonna try to look for Ruby, Leaf Green, and Fire Red. And then, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll try to go for Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, Yellow, but I already own those on the 3DS Virtual Shop, so it probably won't matter. But besides the point, they had, one of the game stores had the price tags on the cartridges, which, by the way, never do that if you're running a Facebook page, because that's one way to deter people from buying your stuff, depending on the price of the products. And I looked at, they had a cartridge of Heart Gold and Soul Silver there. $120 they want for those. And that's just for the damn cart. I'm like, dude, keep in mind, MSRP for the game when it released, I think was like, I don't even think it was $60, because back then everything was like 30 to 45 normal. I'm like, holy crap. And it's just because no one wants to sell those games, and there's not a lot of them out there, so price is high and demand is not. There is a demand, but there's not a lot in stock, so they just jack up the price. Along with that, it's such an infamous game for doing everything it did, so they're gonna jack up the price for that because it's a nostalgic trip for a lot of people. And to which I say, if you're a younger person who is not alive during that era, just emulate it. For the love of God, emulate it. Do not spend $120 goddamn dollars on a cart, because that's overkill. And like I said, I've said this argument before, but my whole spiel with emulation is not the devil's work. But if you can try to get the legit game first, if it's at all possible. If that's not, then you have no choice but to emulate it. I mean, that's just case in point there for me. There's no other options but to emulate it, so you gotta emulate it. For me, at least for Let's Plays, emulation is probably just a given, because emulated games, especially of the DS era, just look a whole lot better, and that's just simply because you have a lot of different options. Again, because of PC, like, you can change the shading, you can, like, change the quality and all that, and it just looks a whole lot nicer than if you were going to do it off the original console. Again, I hate that I'm saying that, because, you know, I'm not against emulation. If I can avoid it, I will, because I want to support the people who make my games. Or, well, not my games, but I want to support the people who make the games that I love to play. So, which reminds me of a funny thing. I've thought about doing a Let's Play of this at some point in the future too, but I've been playing a lot of Game Dev Tycoon, because I saw Tom Fox's Let's Play of it, and it's like, I really want to play that, because I think that'd be really fun to play. So I got it, and I got reminded that before the game released, Greenheart, I think they like leaked out like a release, but it was a version of the release where it was like the pirated release. And what would happen is that if you got the pirated version and you got far enough into the game, your company will just instantly fail, because people would, like, every single person would just pirate the games you made, and you would get bankrupt immediately. Which was both funny as hell, but also like a good lesson. It's like, hey, you know, don't pirate games. You know, there are legitimate reasons to pirate things, but if there's not a valid excuse to pirate a game, then you shouldn't do it. For example, I highly do not recommend pirating Pokémon Diamond and Pearl, or, well, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because they're readily available, they're on the Switch, and they're newer games. All you gotta do is just save up the money and have power. As long as you're paying your power and saving up money to get whatever games you want, then, you know, that's how you should do it. However, for games like, you know, the original Diamond and Pearl, where they're not readily as available, it's hard to get them, and they're hard to get at a reasonable price, along with a console to play it on that's not even in development anymore, or in production. I would say that's a valid means of pirating, because you literally can't get it any other way. Now, Nintendo would have some very mean words to say to me about that, but I'm not gonna play favorites. I'm gonna call people out on the bad things that they do, because it's not good. There's a lot of games out there now that are cult classics that you can't even play anymore, because of the whole technology is developing so rapidly that the people who grew up in that era are kind of just getting more nostalgic about that era, while newer players are only going to be reminiscent about new stuff and have no idea of the old stuff. For example, like, when Christmas was here, my cousin came over. He's a younger guy, like 13, 14, I think. And I was telling him all these different games. He was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, he never heard of Devil May Cry. He never heard of, oh, what was it? Now I'm gonna have to look at my... Yeah, he never heard of Bloodborne. He never heard of any of these other games, Dark Souls. And one, it's because he's a kid, so, you know, he's gonna be mostly focused on Nintendo stuff. I get that, but also, I mean, and I can't say anything about that either, because I didn't really know about Devil May Cry until 5. That's just simply because when Virgil was coming out for 5, it was such a big thing that even I heard about that in the randomness of the internet. I'm like, who the hell's Virgil? And you gotta keep in mind, I'm from the South, so when I hear a name Virgil, I think of an old sweaty redneck, you know? But no, Virgil is easily my favorite, like, antagonist character of all time. He's a badass, man. I mean, come on, he's got a katana. He controls time, basically, with that katana. He splits things apart. I mean, come on, man. That's why I'm really excited to do Devil May Cry 3 at some point in the future, because, I mean, that's where Virgil shows up. And plus I get to play Virgil in a different game than DMC 3, or DMC 5. Although I guess I get, well, I'll talk about that after I kill this guy. Man, don't you forget the thing you were just talking about. Crap. I'm gonna get made fun of for that. I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. And it's just because I checked my email during that break. I remember what I was going to talk about now, actually. Taking advantage of the Steam sales, please. I'm probably not the one who should be telling you that, but seriously, I saved like $60 on like 5 or 6 games because of the Steam sales, and I guess that gets into another topic of different other store places, PlayStation Store, whatever the Xbox has, eShop, and Steam, and I guess Epic and Origin. Steam easily has the best when it comes to sales, because they do sales constantly, and those sales are like insane for what they are. Like, for example, City Skylines is $30 by itself, and the entire DLC, if you want to get every single DLC for that game, is like 200 something damn dollars, US money, which is insane, and people have complained about that, where the DLC is very overpriced. I do admit that. But thanks to the sales, you can get the game for like $7. And if you wanted all the DLC, it's like $130, which, yes, it's still not that great compared to 200, but like, still from 200 down to 130, like, that's pretty damn good. I'm gonna get killed if I stay out here too long with Oracle. Let's go to Farron. But yeah, like, it's ridiculous. And I even try to like look at other places. eShop, it was easily the worst. I'll admit that right now, because the sales they had for were just like games that no one would really buy. And I don't know, it's weird. Nintendo has a very firm grasp on everything that comes through the eShop, and because Nintendo is Nintendo, they don't want to do sales, but you know, it's a marketable thing if you do sales during different holiday seasons, because, you know, after Christmas, that's where people get a lot of money from, either from, you know, their parents or other family members, and they're going to want to spend that money. And why would you? No, I have Woodhammer. There we go, head smash. Finally. Head smash. Oh. 80 accuracy? That, okay. Let's just get rid of assurance. I'm never gonna use that again. But yeah, like, eShop was easily just the worst because Nintendo just doesn't want to do sales in general, because it's Nintendo. And while it sucks at one point, you know, I mean, and they would technically make more money just because of making everything full price. They wouldn't sell as much as what they have, but they would make the same amount of money simply just because, you know, they have a very solid grasp on Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, Metroid at this point, etc. And so it's just kind of you can't really bargain with them at that point. Oh yeah, this guy's a psychic dude. But when you look at PlayStation Store, now granted, I did not look at the Xbox. Is it just the Microsoft Store on there? I don't know what Xbox is. I never had one, but whatever the Xbox Store has, I do not know because I literally cannot look at it. I mean, I could, but why would I? It's probably going to be the same as the PlayStation Store. PlayStation Store was actually pretty good. They were selling some games that were at 20 and dropped them down to 10. I think The Last of Us 1 actually was like that, because for those who don't know about PlayStation Store, there are select games that are called PlayStation Hits, and those games are always at $20. Persona 5, the original Persona 5 is one of those PlayStation Hit games. Same with The Last of Us and Bloodborne, etc. And for those PS5 owners that has PS Plus, you can actually just play those games for free. So, whoop-de-doo. I just so got lost in thought there. I was looking at the Gengar, I was like, did it have sturdy? No. Alakazam. Yeah, so PlayStation Store wasn't too bad. They had some pretty decent deals, but otherwise not too great. Then there's Steam. Steam, holy crap. I love Steam for their sales, and my deal with getting games, I'm always gonna want the physical version of a game because of both collection purposes, but also, you know, I guess insurance of being able to play the game whenever I want. I don't like buying games digital because, you know, companies do have loopholes into things where they could take it away while they're legally in the right. And I'm not saying any company would do that, because that'd be a very stupid thing to do, but I'm just saying it is a possibility, and I don't like that it's a possibility that could happen. So that's why I like getting games physically. But if there's a really, really good sale on a game digitally that's just not gonna be going anywhere else, I'm just gonna get it digitally for the price. So, and I don't know, I think that's just a safer way to play it, because, you know, get your games cheap if you can, because there's a lot of games that are very overpriced. So, and while some are overpriced, some are not. Just for the love of God, don't get any games from GameStop. I know I've already had this love-hate relationship from them, but seriously, I despise GameStop, and I really do hope that they eventually just fall into obscurity and have local game stores start doing their job, because here's the thing. GameStop does not like doing deals on games unless if it was a pre-owned, and that's probably just for legal reasons. And to be honest, I thought you were a fairy type. You are a fairy type. Why the crap? Probably because half normal. Oh, right, you're a special tank. What the hell am I doing? I guess I'll just stay in. This ability can't really kill me. So, but like I said, I mean, there are some deals that GameStop does, and if you're gonna. Oh, you are a dick. If you're gonna find any deals from GameStop, it's gonna be on their website, and along with things that they sell but not in the physical store, which also pisses me off with them, because I guess I can talk about this. One of the Christmas gifts that I got to choose was a pair of new Joy-Cons, and I ended up getting myself the Skyward Sword version of the Joy-Cons, which, well, I will say they're very pretty, and I'm very happy I have them. They are easily my favorite Joy-Cons that I've ever owned, which is just the neon red and blue ones, and holy crap, that did a lot. Oh, crap. So, I know for a fact that GameStop, like a physical GameStop, does not have that, because why would they carry that? Especially when Skyward Sword has been sold like a few months prior. It was mostly there as a pre-order, not really a pre-order, but like a bonus thing to buy alongside the game. And so I was just curious to see if they had it on their website, and sure enough, they do. I'm like, okay, so why would you have it on the website and it says it's at GameStop, and then you go to the GameStop and it's not there? Like, I hate that. And I know that online stock is different from physical stock, but the people who don't understand that are the older people who are trying to get stuff for their, like, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, whatever. They don't understand that. They're gonna see, oh, it's available online, and then the store's like, oh, it's not actually here. I'm like, really? I mean, I know they're not the only culprit of that, but along with that, like, GameStop's deals are weird. They had one going on where it's like, if you got 5 pre-owned games that were under $20, you would get another pre-owned game for free. I'm like, why would I ever need 5 pre-owns? Seriously, that's just a waste of money at that point. But yeah, let me get off my bike. I don't need that out anymore. Actually, that's probably a good place to stop things off at before I fight this trainer. So, besides rambling on about random crap and GameStop, I guess next time on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, we'll keep making it through why can I not? What the crap is this place called? Victory Road. Alright. We'll keep making it through Victory Road and eventually hit the Elite Four. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.